Jim Chalmers and the RBA not seeing eye to eye.
The argument is over the role that government spending is playing in the war on inflation. Michelle Bullock thinks it's a driver of inflation and Jim thinks it's not. In fact, he thinks certain government spending reduces inflation.
Responsible relief that eases pressure on people and directly reduces inflation.
Okay, I'll take the bait. What do you think?
I think Jim is either a complete an idiot who doesn't understand the basic law of supply and demand.
Before you supply the sandwiches, you demand the money.
Or Jim is a complete idiot who thinks he can reinterpret the basic law of supply and demand to suit his own demonstrably absurd economic narrative. Either way, on this one, Jim is acting
like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
I don't know where he read this economic theory. I assume it's one of Hans Christian Andersen's lesser-known works because it's clearly a fairy tale.
Oh, Lord.
The Treasurer surely knows that if you increase aggregate demand without a corresponding increase in aggregate supply, there's a clear cost signal to the market.
Give it to me in English.
If we all go out and try to buy more stuff and there's not more stuff to buy, prices go up. To say anything else is
voodoo economics.
He would know that because he has a PhD in advanced economic theory. No, that's not right. He has a PhD in politics.
Oh, and in politics, spending's always a good thing.
Not so with the economy, though. Chalmers has got to realise the lever he pulls for votes is attached to other things. Consumers are responding to the RBA's rate rises.
Take the pain!
We're cutting back on spending. Some of us are doing it proper tough.
Insufficient funds.
We're not shopping. My's latest profit forecast is rooted. The company that owns some of Australia's best-known clothing brands is basically insolvent. Economist Saul Eastlake has calculated between the June quarter of 2022 and the March quarter of this year, private spending grew by just 3%.
You ain't got no money.
In the same period, spending by state governments and Canberra was up almost 12.
Anybody want to go to lunch?
It's not just Sol that reckons Jim's wrong on this one. The Reserve Bank's Assistant Governor, Sarah Hunter, who, unlike Jim, has a PhD in actual economics, has just told Parliament's Cost of Living Committee that the economy is running a little hotter than we saw previously, in part because of public spending being up. Shane Oliver said the RBA's job would be a lot easier if they didn't have the surge in government spending that's been occurring over the last few years.
So Tim's got the
George
wrong
Washington
end of the stick.
University Assistant Professor Stephen Hamilton is in the press saying the RBA has its foot on the brake and the government has its foot on the gas, which is a great tactic if you're at the Summernats, but not good for monetary policy.
And childcare workers are getting a pay rise.
15%. Good on them. They deserve it. But that's a lot of people with a lot more walking around money. They're going to spend it at Bunnings and Kmart and going out for dinner.
A succulent Chinese meal.
That guy died today.
Oh, that's sad.
That line will live on though, like inflation. Jim Chalmers has got to stop spending. If he doesn't, he's going to the economy and no reach around is going to make it feel better.
Get your hand off my penis!
I'm Ben Harvey.
Not mad much.